Good afternoon, people. Welcome to CaveBeing Radio. And today it's a special day. We got a special one, Fandaga. I'm with the Chance. I'm with Skyff Garms today. What's up, bros?
Oh,
Lemnati Majita.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, blessed. I feel blessed to be around your Chance. Welcome to CaveBeing Radio, gents. This is the platform. I'm sure you guys know about it or have seen something on the socials about
so
it.
the Mkulu one, actually, that was the most
Mkulu one.
impressive one.
Oh, yeah, thanks, dog. Yeah. Then now all the shows are special, but with Mkulu, because we come way back, so it became like a brotherly type of thing, one to a little bro, whatever, yeah. But yeah, welcome to the show, gents. Let me start by asking you, gents, how was your week, like individually, Jay?
Hey, bruh. It's been crazy, man. Crazy in a good way, crazy in a just normal adulting way.
Okay.
The most important is just keep moving forward, right?
Okay.
So I think for me personally, it's just been moving forward. It's been a hectic year, the past 3 months, but...
So Lanka March.
It's
still in
good.
March.
Yeah, we're still marching on. Away.
Yeah. But I feel you, dog. I feel you.
It's been a wonderful 2 weeks, man. Ever since I came back home, more thinking. All I can actually say is, ever since I've been this side, I've enjoyed my time here in Mafikeng. It's been promising
Blissful,
to be blissful. You get, I've been mainly enjoying today.
Okay.
Mafikeng so far.
Okay.
It's been I would say tough week. But mona rapusha.
Yeah.
I chance. So we take the downs, dog, and just look for a way to maneuver through them.
Okay.
Well, be grateful for life.
For life.
Push.
Yeah.
Better days come.
You need to be grateful for them, though.
Oh, yeah.
I can feel them, imagine. So we can just introduce ourselves, because now I'm thinking people by reports are who's who. In the voice, and
when I go by many names, Mari, but I'm taller, Tiamo Babylon, but in them streets, Supra, I got many names, but Tiamo Babylon.
Oh yeah, Tiamo.
It's Bali.
Bali.
It's just. Some just call me Bali Balenciaga. What's he cooking on the pot? But then it's just Bali.
Okay.
Instagram, Twitter, everywhere. It's just Bali, you know.
Unlike these gents who are coming with street
So
names,
many names,
now
Street
you can just
niggas.
consider me Tumeleng.
Okay.
Let me just come with the government name and keep it clean until Yeah.
Yeah. But otherwise, I guess that if you rate your mental health, how much would it be and why?
Oh, my brother.
Like in terms of mental health in G.
Let me say I'd rated a good 5, 6.
A good 5.
5, 6. Better on better days.
Yeah.
On bad days, 5. I'm hanging on. Because, like I said, it's been a long year, even though it's just been 3 months.
Okay.
Because we've been channeling positive energy and trying not to dwell too much on negativity or
Okay, yeah.
so even on bad days I still give myself a 5, but good days are good days.
6, a good, like Nuyana, you'd say you're on a good 6 or 5.
I'm on a good 9, 8. Yeah, it's a good day
sharp,
today.
okay. On bad days you rate yourself at 5.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to take myself any lower than that because like I said, I'm trying to channel positivity. Always.
I feel you. Bali, Bali.
What was the question again, my dog?
If you rate your mental health.
My mental health. At this point, I'll just give it a good 6, 7. Even on good or bad days.
Okay.
You know, the only problem is that on the bad days, it's when you beat yourself up, but then you're just trying to find a way to get up. So today, it's a perfect 10. I mean, I'm on CaveBeing, so why?
Shout out.
We made it on a podcast now.
Yeah, shout out.
So today's a beautiful day, man, and shout outs for you too for also having us, my dog.
Thank you, bro.
Supra. I would give myself a good 8.
Good 8.
Yeah, on my bad days, I just try to look for ways to distract myself. Like you have to have a way, maybe like
escape,
to trick your mind. Like don't go to that place.
Okay.
Look for the positivity, the small things.
Yeah.
So like today's a good 8.
It's a good 8.
Yeah.
Shout out. I'm in good spirits today. I'd rate myself at 9. A good 9. Yeah. Just like he says, on bad days I just find something just like we distract and but I've been good. I don't wanna lie. Then sticking on mental health, what does mental health and stability mean to you guys, Wabon, in terms of being productive and working, Wabon? Do you wake up in the morning and feel like, oh shit, I feel like crap, but I have to do this and this and this? Then you like, you put it off to the next day or whatever, or you just push yourself and whatnot?
With me, I feel like it's a survival instinct. Like, I can wake up and feel like it's a bad day, but I gotta push.
But you got obligations.
Like I'm alive for a reason. Like,
okay.
I don't take it for granted. Then I just gotta lay around. Then like I try to be productive, whether I'm in a good spirit or in a bad spirit. Yeah.
That's dope.
Okay. Well, what I can say is I always try to approach my days with this concept that, listen, no matter how I get to feel young, whether I do feel like crap or I feel happy, I always try to keep this mentality every day that I wake up. So listen, buddy, today you might either win, lose, or settle. So it's all up to you.
Let's just go out.
You get, because one thing that I do pride myself for is that I'm a doer. You get, so that's my whole approach in mental health and everything else. So what I can say for me, it's like I said, today it's a perfect day to win because we're here. Tomorrow I might feel like crap, but at the end of the day I might win, lose, or settle. But then when I talk about losing, the good thing about losing also is that you can actually take out a few things that you can actually learn from, so that in the next upcoming day, all you just have to do is like, okay, now what did I learn yesterday? What can I do better today?
Where did I go wrong?
You get it. So it's just all about learning from the day that actually goes by. So
that's dope.
Now for me, I'd say I try my best to keep pushing because my colleague Supra said, it's a survival instinct. As an adult, as a young adult to be more specific, some things you just can't put off, some things you just can't procrastinate because I have to do these things. But one thing that I will admit is that I have learned in the past few years to allow myself to feel things. So sometimes a bad day is a bad day,
nothing
is going my way. So in instances like that, I think it would also be important to allow yourself to go through the motions so you're not suppressing them. And as a young black man, we have had this pandemic of mental health that we are not addressing.
And all that.
Because we're not addressing it, we're just pushing it off, making ourselves busy. I need to keep pushing.
But by the time it catches up,
now it's a whole burden.
Yeah.
So one thing that I'll admit personally is some days you have to just allow yourself to go through the motions, survive the day, and then
I feel you. Because the reason why I'm asking this, because you're a collective, you like the co-founders and whatnot.
Of course,
So you put off Spani, Kanto Kawata, the next person. So from what you guys said, I understand, you won't put it off knowing Kawata Motomo. You just have to push through, get work done. Even though quality comes the way, you'll fix it the next day.
I think also the most important beneficial thing that comes with being with a collective is the knowledge that not all the responsibility rests on your shoulders. So benefit here with if I woke up in a bad day, we're brothers, we are colleagues, I can literally make a phone call, I know I was supposed to do 1 and 2 and 3 for you, but today I feel like I can't do it, or I can't do it to the quality of So because we're a collective, we can share the load, we can share the burden of, okay, I can do that for you when I just get better for today. Or I can do that for you to this extent because we're not link the scale, but we go push it so that whenever you come back, then Spanish is a little bit. So I think that's also a nice way of
goes with trust
working together.
And all that. I feel you, gents. I feel like you guys have a dope relationship, really. Because when it comes to mental health, and now on my side, dog, now, sometimes I feel like I'm a machine, dog. What you said, like putting, what's this, going through the emotions and whatnot. Now, I avoid that. I don't know why. So I avoid that. We feel like crap today, but hey, bruh, let's do this. I want to push a fella. Along the way, like, it could have happened along the way. before get like I could have felt like crap, but as soon as get my mood changes, one sort of type of thing. So yeah, sometimes some days are bad, sometimes some days are good, and all of that. But so the only thing is now Can
I just say something also?
Yeah.
You just never know what to expect throughout the day. Like you said, you can wake up feeling like crap, but you just never know what tomorrow, what the day can actually be promised. I mean, you can wake up feeling like crap, but it's awful clock. Things start changing, things start adding up. All of a sudden, you went from 0 to 100 real quick. So that's one also positive state of thinking actually can also help you in terms of approaching mental health. You get so.
Like stepping out can do wonders. That's like I could have went through shit, but I get all of a sudden I'm like up and shit. But yeah, but talking about like mostly it's about identity. Like knowing you know is gonna just call me, dog, can you handle that? So when it comes to identity and all, besides Skyff Garms as a collective, I know that you guys are individuals, and all of that. So when it comes to the structures, Skyff Garms, it consists of Bomang and who handles what and all of that. Cause I've met some like North Mamacita, like I think Ref is part of that.
Yes.
As well. So and by the way, I think North Mamacita who organized.
Yeah. She actually hit me up and said, "Dog, do you know CaveBeing ready?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm well aware of them." When I do an interview, I was like, "Please make it happen."
Yeah.
Please make
so
it
shout outs to North Mamacita. Yeah.
Oh,
so in terms of the structure and all of that, who's who and what?
Okay, well, the team is actually summed up by, I think, approximately 13 people for now. One thing that we have to, let me just talk about Skyff Garms right now. Skyff Garms right now is actually grouped into 3 departments, which is actually marketing, fashion, eventing, media, and fashion, actually. So with the team structures, how it goes is that there are certain people that handle the media, of which is MJ, Wanakokasi. We have, who else also? We have Supra over here, and we have North Mamacita. That's the media team. We have North Mamacita, and we have, who else again? A photographer is just like Dark Skin John, Tabiso De Poco, and we also have graphics, Tebe Mere, and with the fashion.
I know Tebe Mere.
Yeah. Serve death with a smile. Yes. Good name, actually. Good name. Shout out to the brew. You get, and with regards to the fashion, that was my brother here, Rari. And with Ref also falls under the media team also. Then Gauta mostly runs the eventing side of things, of which consists of siblings, PR and marketing and content. She handles our PR, and we also have Rox also in the eventing department of things.
It's a big team, dog.
Yeah, it's a big team. That's what my Rari was actually saying. How one person can actually wake up and say, "Shit, I'm not really feeling okay." We know
but there's
that
somebody who can handle that.
Even a person from media can actually say, "Yo, I will handle fashion for today." That's the good thing. Because, you want to you end up seeing yourself doing so many things, and that's good for versatility if you think about it. Because the main thing that we suggested to our team members was, okay, Sharp, you're here in Skyff Garms. You get, there's your designated role, etc. But then we're not going to limit you. If you feel like you want to handle a curation or you want to start doing designs, feel free.
Sure.
Because at the end of the day, as much as we are an organization, we like to maintain the community effect.
You're a bunch of creatives at the end of the day.
Creatives at the end of the day, man.
Sure.
And you cannot limit creativity. You cannot box in creativity. So with regards to the team structure, that's so we're a group of like 13 to 14 people.
Sure.
And
that's dope, dog.
I love them with all my heart.
That's dope, because looking at the end product, like the magazine and all that, you can see how this is well put together on So
I was about to say, when he said like hurry limit in terms of designation, because I started off as a music curator, get to Sanale North Mamacita, then I transitioned into a writer, like proper writer.
Okay.
So like it's a team of creatives for real. I wanted to say Resalabala on payments and Fedata Beshiwa out. You left us down.
Okay.
It's creative stuff.
Okay, so roughly all about 15
Yeah.
16-ish.
No, not 16.
Yeah.
It's roughly around
A
15,
good,
13.
yeah,
Oh,
good
okay.
13, 14.
But that's a good number, dog. Wabon. Then, how did you guys like link up and start Skyff Garms?
Let him
Wow,
answer
man.
that. Let him answer that.
How did you
I
link
think-
up and be like, yo?
I think it would only be fair for us to break the beginning or to
Yeah.
break the foundation of Skyff Garms
Garms,
into
yeah.
like little sections, right? So
Yeah.
I'd like to take the beginning of it because I was there from the get-go.
From the
And then
get-go.
as my brothers joined in, they could
Yeah.
elaborate further on how we kept growing and growing.
Yeah.
So Skyff Garms has always been, before we even formalized it with a name, we've always been a group of friends who shared creative hustle, right? Some of us made clothes, t-shirts in high school. Some of us have been rapping. Some of us were skaters, graphic designers. So with all of us doing these creative exploits, we were like, instead of helping each other individually as we do as friends,
Yeah.
how about we come together, formalize it a bit, and then concentrate our efforts into success,
Okay.
basically.
Yeah.
So that's why even today Skyff Garms has become so diversified. It's because it's always been diversified from the beginning.
From the beginning, yeah.
But the formality side of it started when we had an idea of, man, we'd like to attend art shows, but there aren't any art shows in Mafike.
Mukas.
Maba now was still burnt down from the
From that
strikes
time,
that
yeah.
happened 2 years ago at the time. So we're like, man, instead of wishing and craving for all of these things that we don't get in Mafike, which has been a problem for a lot of creatives in Mafike,
yeah.
we're like, man, let's just do it ourselves. So we started on a whim, gave ourselves a week notice,
Okay.
and we threw our first art event. The success from that
When was
first art
this?
event, that was 2021.
Okay.
Late in the year in 2021, if I'm not mistaken, around August.
Sure.
So success of a first event was overwhelming, to be honest, because we thought just 3-4 of our friends would pull up and come entertain this little idea that we had. But we had close to 100 and something people there pull up in a week's notice, all of the trust of, hey man, we think your idea is good, so let's do it.
Okay.
So we did the first event, highly successful from our end. We loved doing it. We loved the curation. We loved having creatives in the same space, feeling safe,
Oh, yeah.
not judged. Nobody's being called a skrr because they
Oh,
like
yeah,
hip-hop.
okay.
So we're building a nice community here.
Sure.
So we take it from there, we formalize it a bit. We're like, okay, what can we do? We can do events that we always wanted to have, that us and our friends always wanted to have in Mafike.
Yeah.
That becomes the first thing. Okay, but some of us have been making clothes since Fantuka. Okay, let's
Yeah.
bring the clothing in, right? Let's bring the clothing in and make it make sense. Package the whole two together. We'll do clothes when you have time.
Yeah.
We'll do events when you have time, when you have the resources to do so. And
Yeah.
then as the progression came in, that's where my brother Bali comes in now.
Oh,
where
yeah,
there's
okay.
another light bulb idea. Hey man, creatives in Mafikeng don't have a stable enough platform to say, Mafikeng is bigging me up. Mafikeng is patting me on
Oh,
the
yeah.
back.
Kiamotwa, for the
is-
work that I do.
for
or
the
whatever.
work that I do,
Yeah.
right? So the first thing that comes to mind is, hey man, okay, let's make a magazine now.
Yeah.
Let's make a magazine that will be purely off of celebrating the talent,
Yeah,
the
guys.
development, the efforts Ruangiri creatives mokas.
Yeah.
And that's where my brother Bali comes in. He came in as a person who was going to help us spearhead, direct that ship, because at the time it was a new thing, right? We've been doing events, relatively successful in the events that we're doing, making a
Yeah.
few pieces for friends and things like that.
Okay.
But now magazine comes in,
Yeah.
and now Bali is like the perfectly skilled person to come help us lead this new development.
Okay.
And one thing that I'd like to emphasize before and during and after everything, Skyff Garms has been built on collaboration. Skyff Garms as a company,
We're gonna get there.
you
Tabaya
get
collaboration.
me?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna get there. Yeah.
I just want to emphasize it because I cannot emphasize it enough. Every time I'm talking to someone new about the company, I cannot emphasize that enough.
Collaboration.
Because we're building a community.
Yeah.
We're building a network of people who are going to help each other,
Yeah.
make each other better, and
Yeah.
elevate each other to the next level, right?
Yeah.
So coming back to the original question, now the magazine comes in. I think let me let Bali now take it from where the
From
magazine
there,
comes
yeah.
in and where we are today.
Yeah.
Okay, with regards to the magazine, and funny enough, I do actually remember the date. It was the 3rd of March, actually. I was talking to Rari, actually, the 3rd of March of 2022, actually.
Yeah.
Because me and Ravi had an little artist management company in 2021, of which it didn't work out the way. So at that time, when we decided to actually close the company, it was like, okay, to me, what the fuck am I going to do now?
Okay.
You get, I hit up Ravi. Ravi tells me, no, dog, we've been looking for somebody that could actually handle administration work. And I'm like, I'm the perfect guy for it. But around that time, I was like, you know what, my nigga? I have an idea.
Yeah.
Let's do a magazine, you get, because like he said, there were so many creatives in Mafikeng, especially with a lot of potential, that just needed that pat in the back. Oh, my dog, we see you, we acknowledge you, and don't ever actually say, oh, we don't support. At that time, you get, who we love, we fucks with your shit, you get. So around that time when the magazine came, it was like, Rari said one thing to me. Can you handle it? Shit. I was like, oh. Okay, because it's a magazine. I didn't study communication. I didn't know how to build a magazine. I didn't know any other thing. It was just shit. I used to love drum magazine as a kid, hype magazine as a kid. I want to do something for the creatives here. So, me be myself, I was like, nigga, I can do that. Easy. You know, the next day I was like, shit. Did I just convince this? Did I just convince this nigga? So it all started with one thing that I wanted to do was just okay. Now let me just formulate a team. One thing that I needed was just a writer, writers, a graphic designer, and a photographer. Well, once I can get these people, then we're all good. Then we have to just discuss okay, who do we want within this magazine. But one thing that I also want to actually highlight is that with the magazine is that I keep saying all the time, if you love the magazine, thank you very much. But I want to let you guys know that this is just the foundation. Yeah. Because I guess I'm thinking you guys are 3 issues in with regards to the magazine. So it's fairly like new. It's fairly new. But the content there with these three issues, dog, thank you. You can just imagine like issue number 15. Trust me, issue number 15 by that time, I can bet you that's when you know that's the most beautiful thing ever. Because truth be told, like we said, there's a lot of creatives here in Mafikeng, dog. You know, too much, dog. Too many other, and at that time, and for me, I don't know, this is just my personalized opinion. I just felt like too many of us, we ended up going another one. Yeah. You get, and I just felt like, okay, the one way of just doing everything is just let's centralize everybody's talent under one product, which is the magazine. Let's just test it out. And man, one person that I also want to give a shout out to that actually carried us is actually Koketso Rabanye, who was a former editor-in-chief. When I told her this idea, she was like, listen, I got you. Yeah. You get, so speaking with that magazine, ever since then, we've ended up developing into something beautiful because I've always known that if people can get to see the idea behind of what we're trying to do with this magazine, not only would they actually be interested in being a part of this magazine, but they'll be interested in being a part of Skyff Garms as a collective. Because there's room actually. There's room because this is not just the magazine only. You also have to include eventing, fashion, etc. So that's when I met my brother over here, Soup. I'm like, dog, you're a good music curator. I like your taste. Come join. And God. You get, and all of a sudden I told this Boo, dog, do you want to be a writer? You know, and all of a sudden Boo became a writer. And like you said, man, there's always one thing that I wanted with this magazine is actually also not on the external side, on the internal side of things, for all of us to just grow. Sure. You get, I came in as a person that didn't understand anything about how to develop a mag, how to start a mag. 3 issues in, shit, I can tell you whatever it is that you needed to hear. And I'm sure, So then comes Tiamo.
How I got to know Skyff Garms, like I was playing from the sidelines, you know, like cool niggas doing cool shit.
Type of thing,
funny things that are primary road like really three. So like
same primary.
So like when I found out multi pusher something I'm interested in, it was easy.
That's like years after primary and whatnot.
Years after primary. So when Skizzy hit me up, Bali, on Tezare, I want to challenge you. Okay. Will you be able to handle it? Like, will you? That idea? Because at the time, I think with North, the music curation, too much, so I was trying to balance it. I will do the music curation with North.
Yeah.
Later, then I transitioned into the writer. Like
The writer
I've been writing music.
So the music curating thing, it's your element, Vele, more than the writing thing.
I feel like there are
what's easy for you, like music curating?
both of them.
Or both of them.
Like they are Neletan because before the writing, and like songwriting is part of writing. So I've done songwriting.
Also, you
before.
do music as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
I've like back then I have songs in a vault.
Oh.
So it's easy for me.
Oh,
It was
no,
easy.
I feel you.
When he gave me the idea and challenged me, like there's been a point where I'm challenged. Like the typical example, it's fill up intense on the spot after being interviewed. I want you to write something right now. Get an interview.
Sure.
So I took it and ran with it. I'm proud of you. Like,
but that's dope,
yourself.
like challenging each other.
Yeah.
All in the means of growth and whatnot. And chilling with you and thinking, I can do this. Come on.
Yeah. So like I appreciated that much. You see that potential in me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's dope, Jen. So I guess like the structure of Vele, it's all people from MAF or people from out of town, MAF.
I think the safest answer would be to say, if you're based in MAF currently, or we met you in Mafikeng, then that would be our common ground.
Okay,
but it's mainly made out of people who come from MAF, born and bred here. Right?
Oh, okay.
Because like I mentioned earlier, because of our collaborative spirit, we aren't discriminatory to anyone.
Yeah.
Right? If you like you, we are a fan of your work, if we can see the potential, if you are willing to come and work with us, if we are willing to come and work with you, then there should be no
problem.
No, should be no problem.
Okay. That's dope. So in terms of, speaking of Maftown, in terms of environment and the current state of Mafwabon, so do you find it difficult like to be productive, or just let me talk about inspiration and like inspired and whatnot? Do you find it difficult like to be inspired to work and whatnot?
I think,
or the vision push drive?
I think the answer is twofold, but both answers are gonna say, for myself personally, I think I'll give the gents an opportunity to answer for themselves. But for me personally, it is very hard, bro. Because we live in a city that has bare minimum resources, and the bare minimum resources that they have also don't work all the time. Right? So for my personal experience, I've been making clothes or trying to make clothes as a fashion designer since high school, by making t-shirts, by doing this. But even in high school, you will struggle to find reputable printers. You will struggle to find material.
I feel,
printers, seamstresses who can take your vision. Seamstresses here want to make misses, they want to make little suits and get it over with. You come there with a little crazy idea, you want to make a jacket or a bag or this or that. It's hard, bro. And then when it comes to the inspiration side, because of how small of a town we are, you know how Josie people like calling Mafikeng the Plus.
The Plus,
Exactly. There's not a lot that we are exposed to be honest. And that's where one of my biggest, I think, motivational sayings that I say to myself, which is thank God for the internet, because the internet has saved a lot of us. And it
shout out to the nego started the internet,
bro. It has shown us the world. While you're chilling in your mom's couch. Because of that, now you can find inspiration. Because of that, now you can see that there are things bigger than what I'm just exposed to in my immediate vicinity. Because if you're being honest, our immediate vicinity keeps regurgitating the same stuff to us over and over. Go party at 1, 2, 3 places. Go work at 1, 2, 3 jobs.
Tell me
go
about
buy
it,
clothes
dog.
at 1, 2, 3 spaces. So even not necessarily just an economic side of it or life being serious side of it, even from the entertainment perspective, the same stuff gets being pushed in our faces, so it's hard to find inspiration. But we're working within the limitations that we have. I think that's what I'd say from my side.
What I can say from my side is I give it a good 50-50. Some days it's actually hard, some days it's actually not hard. But let me focus. I always try to focus on the positives, the not so hard part of things you get. But because for me, the inspiration I draw it from other creatives. Man, when you drop a hard song, it's pushing me enough to actually say, okay, you just dropped the song. Let me go get up and get my shit together and go do something, because you're doing something for the community at the end of the day. Because one thing that actually also drives me not only just the vision of the company, but it's just me, myself. Every single day, I convince myself, dog, you know, you see that little end goal that you're aiming for, that you're targeting, let it be your inspiration. No matter how hard the bare minimum resources that we have, you can easily make the most out of the resource. I mean, like, think about the museum, for example. Nobody knew the museum was working. Even I. It was just me, just to
because like ever since that event that you had, got the release, the issue, I'm cool. When I saw her hostel at Mafike Museum, I was like, what? More than anything else, I didn't think it's possible like to host like an event. And when I got here, dog, it was a really, really dope thing. I saw art exhibitions and poetry sessions and whatnot.
Thank you.
I was like, that's hella dope, dog.
No, thank you, man. Like Kotso normally said, we wanted to have these art shows, go to these art shows, but we might as well do them ourselves. Kind of like what Madlera said, you know, turn the ghetto into Paris. We will never do. Some of us can never make it to Paris, but we might as well turn my freaking museum into Paris right now. So that's all I can say from my end.
In terms of inspiration, I feel.
Just like Bali said, like it's a good 50-50. Like I also draw inspiration, like from traveling. Obviously, I got family in Jews, but being that side, like we need this and that. Like even though
and Josie is saturated,
even knowing like back then, like back then, like we lack
that's
resources.
The inspiration that drives me violently.
Like we had that potential, just that the resources were misused. So like I try to draw inspiration from all the creatives around the internet. I'm a big fan of the internet, even though it has its flaws, but I'm a big fan of the internet. I'm thankful for the internet. Like, this is where I draw inspiration mostly.
But I wonder what you just touched on, dog, where Maftown was, bro. You're in pusha, inspiring, because it's not like you start, like it's not like we push up like it has never been there once. So when you say Maftown, people know Maftown, dog, and shout outs to all the greats, WHP, Bubona, Mama, once also.
I mean, like Mafoki, capital city of Northwest, for a reason. Like there was something great here. There wasn't a capital city here.
Out of the blue, in the capital city.
Can I just say something? We are basically a sleeping giant, but right now we are waking up. As I'm looking at other creatives, because not only just us, just looking at other creatives, it's like, okay, we are waking up, you know. So we're basically that sleeping giant that is waking up, and only us as the youth, as creatives, we can take their city to greater heights, because there's one thing that we all have in common here in Mafikeng. Majority of us are actually creatives.
Too much
potential over here, you guys. So I have faith, and I have Maf right now, and give it a good 5 years, we'll be having a different conversation.
So tapping on inspiration and whatnot, and Skyff Garms as a collective, which media house which media house inspires you guys? Which media house do you look at and feel like, damn?
The first media house I had was Complex. You know, Complex was one. When I started that issue, I was like, yo, I want my magazine to be like that.
Reference,
that was a reference, you know. And I recently stayed out of SA, Bubblegum.
Oh yeah, Bubblegum.
Bubblegum Club. But I want to reach to those heights. So that is one of the two media houses that I actually look up to, and I definitely believe that in, like I said, 5 years time, we'll be in the same conversation with them. You know?
So complex, complex, you know, like the name. Of course. They have different departments and whatnot, and stuff. So that's dope. So let's talk about the vision, Wabon. I know you tapped a bit on it, Wabon. Like holistic, like check everything that you said. You spoke about the vision. So let's talk about it like in a holistic view, Wabon, and just let the listeners into the vision of Skyff Garms, like you said, 5 years, like in 5 years' time. But our bonus Skyff Garms, like a pioneer, and whatnot.
I think, like I always say, let me speak for myself, because I know we have a collective vision, but the nice thing about us is we have
different.
Yeah, our differences also push us further than what we thought we could do. right? Because of how many opinions and different perspectives that we have in the team, it drives us to get better and better with what we thought we could do.
Yeah.
So speaking for myself currently, I could say we just want to become the strongest foundation that you could ever think of when it comes to the media industry as a whole.
Yeah.
Right? Us dabbling into these different industries doesn't mean that we are confused. It means that we are trying to create a powerhouse. I want you to come experience the best party of your life at a Skyff Garms event.
Yeah.
I want you to read the most insightful and the most tear-jerking article in a Skyff Garms magazine.
Yeah.
I want you to feel like the prettiest person in the world in a Skyff Garms article of clothing.
Yeah.
What we're trying to do for now is trying to get so good at what we do that no one can ignore us.
Yeah.
For me personally, I'd say I would feel like we reached our vision when people start coming back to Mafikeng to come look for us. Not saying we're going to be in the city the rest of our lives, but I want Mafikeng to become a hub. I want Mafikeng to become a creative powerhouse in the sense that, dog, no one needs to go to Josie and sleep on the floor for an opportunity.
Dog.
You can find your opportunity being in the city, Mogalona, your hometown.
And branch out.
Of course, I want to create the creative economy here to be self-sustaining. I want a young rapper who's in high school to think, hey man, I can make a career out of this without having to go suffer somewhere else. I want a young designer who's in high school or university, a young writer, whatever avenue you are in the creative arts department. I want you to feel like, man, as much as my small town is my small town, it still has enough opportunity for me to pay rent, live, and become the star that I want to be tomorrow.
Yourself in jail.
Yeah, I think that's the holistic vision that I could put forth. But individually, we just want to get better and better and better.
Yeah.
That's from my side.
That's dope. That's dope. So looking at the three issues that you guys have, the magazine side now. So I like to ask for anyone who's trying to make the cut, the magazine and whatnot. What criteria do you guys use, or what do you guys look at? This guy or this chick is fit enough for the next issue.
Like I normally say, just send an email to hit us up on Instagram or send an email of your work, and duct us on your work. So the one thing that I have to actually emphasize on is, like, when you send us an email or send us a DM on Instagram, tell us your intentions. Like you said, I want to make it to the cut of the magazine. But also by doing that, just give us your artistic profile, so that now we can send it back to the team, familiarize ourselves with your music. We care, maybe he deserves a chance, But one thing that I will say is that it's not, I hope it's the better way to use. It's not inclusive. Is that a better? It is actually inclusive. Thank you very much. To all, if you're in high school, you want to make it to a cut, send an email. Because now one thing that I'm actually loving with this magazine is that now we are now also diversifying into blogs. So for those that cannot make it a cut into the magazine, listen, we have blogs now. We still have another form of platform whereby we can actually share your work, expose your work at the end of the day. So even at us, we're still learning at the end of the day. But what I'm still gonna say is, like, communication is a two-way street. Don't just sit back and be like, I want to be in Skyff Garms, but you don't say anything. We're not gonna in that sense. But what I will say is, send us an email. Let's communicate.
What's the email, dog? What's the email?
info@skyffgarms.com.
info@skyffgarms.com.
Yes.
Okay.
And those that follow us on IG, they know Skyff Garms. So my dog.
What I'm about to say is that you should have the drive. You're an artist or you're a creative. Then you say about the magazine. Like, take your art and what you do serious. You're really putting in the work. I'm gonna look your stuff up and I'm just gonna brush it off. I've had this before. Like, have that drive, have that mentality. Push it in.
I feel you.
With what my brothers just said right now, I just want to add one small thing that is small but really, really important. Building on what my brother Super just said now, having the drive. Because we believe so much in Mafikeng's talent does not mean that we are going to do people's work for them.
Exactly.
I might love your art, I might love your music, but I'm not going to Mark, I'm not gonna do your job for you because you are the musician, you are the artist, you are what. I'm doing what I can do to the best of my abilities.
Just to take you from at least this point
A to
the
B.
next. Yeah.
Right.
Tapping into my market.
Of course. Because I think another thing that we've experienced personally has been people who, to put it kindly, maybe think we have superpowers, which we don't. We're just trying to do our best. And we're also young ladies learning, right? So people would think, okay, because we have a magazine or we're running a magazine and we're saying, hey, I can put you on, I can interview you, I can give you access to this platform and elevate you and appreciate you for your work. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to perform miracles for your music numbers. You get me?
Yeah.
Having a pinch of reality into what we're doing is also what makes it sustainable. So I'll just like to repeat what my brother Supra said. Take your drive and take your work.
Seriously.
Just, we're trying to make careers out of this. So please take it seriously.
I know what you're talking about, dog. But yeah, since it's chai for the homies, Babo Museum, so I guess we'll just
Yes, sir.
So surely we're gonna have a part 2.
There has to be.
Because what I'm doing now, everybody that I've had so far, there's gonna be like a part 2 type thing.
Yes, sir.
But I had like a lot of things that I was gonna ask one so since Grotmana but I chase, so let's just hold it there.
Technical difficulties.
Thanks for that word.
In the music business.
Technical difficulties. But yeah, shout outs, gents. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for the opportunity, brother.
Thank you for showing up, dog. Then we'll do this here.
Okay, I just want to say something before it's all on. I just want to actually say thank you to everybody who has rode with us from the beginning of it all. Listen, man, Skyff Garms, like Gary said, we thrive ourselves through collaboration. But in all honesty, besides collaboration, we thrive through you guys just showing our support, man. If it wasn't for your support, trust me, it would have been actually really difficult to actually see out the extra days. You know, because at the end of the day, we're doing it for you guys as much as we're doing it for ourselves. So I just want to take the time at the end of part 1 of CaveBeing Radio Horobona.
One thing I'm just gonna say is that like we aspire to inspire, meaning I hope you have that. How Shabbat does Skyff Garms? I hope you have that inspiration. I can do something better. Like these niggas give me hope. So shout out to everyone.
Thanks, my G. And that's your boy Timmy too. We'll meet the next time on the part 2. Skyff Garms, hella dope. Shout outs.